5 Flutter web topics. There are 5 potential trending topics related to Flutter web that you may want to explore. First, responsive web design with Flutter. Responsive web design is a fundamental concept in modern web development, aiming to ensure that websites and web applications provide a consistent and user-friendly experience across a wide range of devices, from large desktop monitors to small mobile screens. When applying these concepts to Flutter web development, several key aspects and considerations come into play. 1. Layout flexibility. Flutter flexibility layout system allows developers to create adaptive designs that automatically adjust and rearrange elements based on screen size. You can use Flutter's row, column, wrap, and other layout widgets to design fluid and dynamic interfaces that adapt to different devices. 2. Media queries. Flutter web supports the use of media queries, which enable developers to apply specific styling rules based on the characteristics of the user's device, such as screen width or orientation. This allows for targeted adjustments to ensure optimal rendering on various devices. 3. Breakpoints and grid systems. Similar to traditional web development, defining breakpoints and implementing grid systems can help in organizing content and controlling the layout's behavior as the screen size changes. Flutter's layout builder and grid view widgets can be employed to create responsive grid layouts. Flexible text and images. Adjusting font sizes and images is crucial to maintain readability and visual appeal across different devices. Flutter provides widgets like flexible, fitted box, and aspect ratio to handle text and image scaling gracefully. Orientation handling. Flutter web enables you to react to changes in device orientation, allowing you to adapt the layout and presentation of your content accordingly. This is particularly important for devices that can switch between portrait and landscape modes. Testing across devices. Testing your responsive design on various devices and screen sizes is essential to ensure a consistent experience. Flutter's reload and responsive layout tools make it easier to iterate and refine your designs during development. Accessibility and usability. Ensuring that your responsive design is accessible to users with disabilities is a critical consideration. Flutter provides accessibility features and tools to make your web application usable by a wide range of people. Performance optimization. While creating responsive designs, it's important to optimize performance to ensure smooth interactions and fast load times. Minimizing unnecessary layout recalculations and rendering can contribute to a better user experience. User experience (UX) design. As a part of creating responsive layouts, UX design principles come into play. Consider how users will interact with your application on different devices and how the layout can enhance their overall experience. Cross-device testing. With the diversity of devices and screen sizes available, comprehensive testing is essential. Use browsers, developer tools, emulators, and real devices to verify that your responsive design works as intended across the board. In conclusion, the trend of responsive web design with Flutter involves mastering the art of crafting layouts that gracefully adapt to varying screen sizes and orientations. By leveraging Flutter's powerful layout system, media queries, and responsive design principles, developers can create visually appealing and user-friendly web applications that offer a seamless experience across a wide range of devices. State management for Flutter web. State management is a crucial aspect of Flutter web development. Just as it is in Flutter mobile development, it involves efficiently managing and sharing data across different parts of your web application while maintaining code organization and reusability. 1. State management importance. In any Flutter application, including web, states refers to the data that drives the user interface and its behavior. As web applications grow in complexity, managing different types of state, for example, user input, user interface state, application data, becomes essential to keep the code base organized, maintainable, and performant. Challenges in state management. As your Flutter web application scales, manually passing and updating state between widgets can lead to code that's hard to maintain, debug, and extend. It can also result in excessive widget rebuilds, affecting performance. Effective state management solutions aim to address these challenges. 3. State management solutions and patterns. Flutter offers various state management solutions and design patterns tailored for web development. Provider is a popular and lightweight solution for managing state dependencies and even UI updates. It follows the inherited widget pattern to efficiently share data between widgets and automatically rebuild parts of the UI when the state changes. Riverbud. Built on top of Provider, Riverbud provides a more powerful and flexible way of managing state. It focuses on separating logic from presentation and offers a consistent way to handle various forms of state. Block. While initially popular for Flutter mobile, the block pattern business logic component can also be applied to Flutter web. It separates your app's logic from the UI and can help manage complex states and the interactions. Immutable state. Immutable state is a common concept in Flutter state management. It involves creating new instances of state whenever a change occurs, which helps prevent unexpected side effects and simplifies debugging. Local versus global state. Flutter web applications often have a mix of local and global state. Local state is specific to a widget or a subtree, while global state is accessible from multiple parts of the application. Choosing the right state management approach for each type of state is crucial. Time travel debugging. Some state management solutions like Riverbud offer features like time travel debugging. This allows developers to rewind and replay state changes, aiding in identifying and fixing issues. Persistence and hydration. In some cases, you may need to persist and restore the state across user sessions. Managing state persistence and hydration is a consideration for more complex web applications. Testing state management. Proper testing of state management is essential to ensure your app behaves as expected. State management libraries often provide tools and best practices for testing state changes and interactions. In summary, state management in Flutter web is about effectively handling and sharing data to create maintainable and performant web applications. By choosing the right state management solution and design pattern, developers can streamline the development process, improve code organization, and create web applications that offer a smooth and engaging user experience. Third, server-side rendering (SSR) in Flutter web. I developed meta SEO package related to server-side rendering, meta tags in web search engine optimization. Server-side rendering. What is SSR? Server-side rendering (SSR) is a technique that has gained popularity in web development for its ability to enhance the performance, search engine visibility, and user experience of web applications. Implementing SSR in Flutter web projects involves rendering in the initial HTML content on the server before sending it to the client's browser. This has several benefits, especially for single-page applications, like those built with Flutter. One of the primary advantages of SSR is faster initial page loads. When a user requests a page, the server generates the HTML content with preloaded data, reducing the time it takes for the user to see something on the screen. This can lead to a better perceived performance and user engagement. 2. Search engine optimization (SEO). Search engines often struggle with indexing single-page applications because they rely heavily on JavaScript to populate content. SSR allows search engines to easily crawl and index the initial HTML content, improving the discoverability and ranking of your web application in search results. 3. Accessibility. SSR can improve accessibility for users, especially those who rely on assistive technologies. The initial HTML content is immediately available, ensuring that users can access and interact with your application even before JavaScript is fully loaded. 4. Browser and device compatibility. SSR ensures that your content is accessible and functional across a wide range of devices and browsers, including those that may have limited or no JavaScript support. 5. Performance consistency. SSR reduces the reliance on the client's device and browser performance, resulting in more consistent performance across different environments. Implementing SSR in Flutter web projects involves the following steps. Server-side rendering logic. Develop server-side rendering logic to generate the initial HTML content of your Flutter web application. This involves using Flutter's rendering engine to generate the HTML markup that represents the initial view of your app. 2. Data preloading. Preload essential data on the server before rendering the HTML. This ensures that the initial content is meaningful and relevant to the user, reducing the need for immediate data fetching on the client side. 3. Routing and navigation. Implement server-side routing and navigation logic to handle different routes and pages of your application. Ensure that the server can generate the correct HTML content for each route. 4. Hydration. Once the initial HTML is sent to the client's browser, you will need to hydrate the client-side Flutter app. This involves attaching event listeners and initializing the Flutter app to take over the interactivity and dynamic behavior from that point onward. 5. Performance optimization. Optimize the SSR process to strike a balance between generating the initial HTML content quickly and ensuring the server's performance is not compromised. 6. SEO considerations. Ensure that metadata, open graph tags, and other SEO-related elements are properly included in the initial HTML content to enhance search engine visibility. 7. Testing and debugging. Test your SSR implementation thoroughly to ensure that it functions as expected across different devices, browsers, and scenarios. Debug any issues related to the SSR process and content hydration. It's worth noting that implementing SSR in Flutter Web may require a deeper understanding of both web development and Flutter internals. 4th, web performance optimization. Web performance optimization is a crucial aspect of delivering a fast and smooth user experience in Flutter Web applications. Optimizing performance ensures that your application leads quickly, responds promptly to user interactions, and minimizes any potential frustrations due to slow or unresponsive behavior. Here is an expanded explanation of web performance optimization techniques for Flutter web applications. 1. Code splitting. Code splitting is a technique that involves breaking your application's code base into smaller, manageable chunks or modules instead of loading the entire application code upfront. You can load only the necessary modules when a specific route or feature is accessed. This reduces the initial loading time and improves perceived performance. 2. Lazy loading. Lazy loading is a form of code splitting where you load modules only when they are needed. For example, you can delay loading components that are below the fold, not immediately visible, until the user scrolls to them. This approach reduces the initial payload and allows the user to interact with visible content more quickly. 3. Optimized asset loading. Efficiently managing and loading assets such as images, fonts, and other media files is essential for web performance. Techniques include using responsive images, optimizing image formats, example using WebP, and leveraging browser caching to reduce unnecessary downloads. 4. Magnification and compression. Magnifying your JavaScript, CSS, and HTML files involves removing unnecessary white space, comments, and reducing variable names. Compression techniques like gzip or brutally further reduce file sizes during transmission, resulting in faster loading times. Critical path rendering. Identify and prioritize the rendering of critical elements above the fold content on your web page. By ensuring that the most important content is rendered quickly, you enhance the perceived performance and user satisfaction. 6. Reducing network requests. Minimize the number of network requests your application makes by combining multiple files into one. For example, CSS and JavaScript files, using inline styles or scripts for small pieces of code, and utilizing data URIs for small images. 7. Service workers and caching. Implement service workers to enable caching and offline capabilities for your web application. By caching assets locally, you reduce the need for repeated network requests, improving load times and allowing users to access your app even when offline. Defer or asynchronous loading. Use the async or defer attributes for scripts to control when they are executed during page load. This can prevent scripts from blocking the rendering of your page and allow the initial content to be displayed more quickly. 9. Performance profiling. Regularly profile your application using browser developer tools to identify bottlenecks, slow components, and resource-intensive operations. Addressing these issues can lead to significant performance improvements. 10. Reducing JavaScript execution time. Optimize JavaScript performance by avoiding excessive DOM manipulations, using efficient algorithms and data structures, and minimizing the use of heavy libraries that may introduce unnecessary overhead. 11. Responsive design. Ensure that your application's layout and components are designed to be responsive and adapt to different screen sizes and orientations. This prevents unnecessary content resizing and reflows, contributing to smoother interactions. 12. Progressive web app (PWA) principles. Incorporate PWA principles such as fast loading, offline access, and push notifications to create a seamless and engaging user experience. By combining these techniques, you can significantly improve the performance of your Flutter web application. Regularly monitoring and testing your application's performance, as well as staying up to date with the latest web development best practices, will help you provide a fast and enjoyable user experience to your audience. Fifth, BWA, Progressive Web App Development with Flutter. Developing progressive web apps, BWAs, with Flutter involves harnessing the power of Flutter's framework to create web applications that deliver a native app-like experience on the web. BWAs offer several benefits such as offline capabilities, fast loading times, and the ability to be installed on a user's device. Here's a comprehensive look at how to leverage Flutter for building high-quality BWAs and delivering engaging user experiences. 1. BWA Basics and Principles. Understand the core principles of BWA, which include responsiveness, connectivity, independence, offline support, app-like interactions, and the ability to be installed on the user's home screen. These principles guide your development process and help create a seamless user experience. 2. Service workers and caching. Implement service workers, a key technology behind BWAs. Using the Flutter Service Worker package, service workers allow you to cache assets, enabling your BWA to function even when the user is offline. You can control how different assets are cached and served, enhancing performance and user satisfaction. Web App Manifest. Create a Web App Manifest, a JSON file that defines metadata about your BWA, such as its name, icons, theme, colors, and display modules. This file is crucial for providing a consistent and native-like appearance when users install your BWA on their devices. 4. Responsive design. Design your BWA with responsive layouts that adapt gracefully to various screen sizes and orientations. Flutter's responsive layout capabilities make it easier to provide a consistent experience across devices. 5. Offline support. Implement offline capabilities by pre-caching essential assets and data, allowing users to access your BWA even when they are not connected to the internet, ensuring that your BWA displays informative offline messages and gracefully handles offline interactions. 6. Push notifications. Integrate push notifications using libraries like Firebase messaging to engaging users and keep them informed even when they are not actively using your BWA. Push notifications can enhance your retention and engagement. App installation. Enable users to install your BWA on their home screens or app drawers. Use the Web App Manifest and the browser's installation prompt to provide a seamless installation experience. 8. URL routing and deep linking. Implement client-side routing using Flutter's routing system or packages like Flutter to create a single-page app experience. Deep linking allows users to directly access specific sections or content within your BWA, enhancing usability. 9. Performance optimization. Employ techniques like code splitting, lazy loading, and optimized asset loading to ensure your BWA loads quickly and provides a smooth user experience. Performance is a crucial factor in user engagement and retention. 10. Testing and debugging. Test your BWA on different browsers and devices to ensure cross-platform compatibility. Use browser developer tools and lighthouse audits to identify and fix performance and usability issues. 11. Accessibility. Ensure your BWA is accessible to all users by following web accessibility standards. Use Flutter built-in accessibility features and test with screen readers to verify that your BWA is usable by people with disabilities. 12. Security. Implement security practices such as using HTTPS to protect user data and maintaining the integrity of your BWA. Secure connections are essential for building trust with users. By leveraging Flutter's capabilities and adhering to BWA principles, you can create high-quality progressive web apps that offer native app-like experience on the web. As the BWA landscape evolves, staying updates with the latest best practices and the trends will enable you to provide engaging user experiences and drive user engagement with your Flutter-powered BWA.